Hey, welcome everybody. Here we are. We are reading from a script. Chill the permafrost with a clothesline, a smart thermostat, and cold water to wash. Bit cryptic, eh? We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
What do you mean by that? What do we mean by chill the permafrost? Isn't it already cold where it is?
Oh, okay. Yeah, chill the permafrost. The permafrost up there where the antlered creatures that Santa
The
had.
reindeer?
Reindeer, right, the reindeer. The reindeer run across the permafrost and they're eating the little lichens and stuff like that, or the moss. But the permafrost is melting and their hooves are going down into the permafrost. And we want them to be able to run around. So this whole thing, our whole mission in life is for the reindeer
Reindeer.
to be able to eat their moss and have a good time up there. And the way you do that is by burning less fossil fuels. And by using a clothesline, you can use less fossil fuels in a couple of great ways. In the summer, it's pretty applicable. For instance, what would be one reason to use a clothesline in the summer and where to cool the planet?
I
Oh, wait, I guess I should say one more about the permafrost. It lets out methane also if we warm it up, makes the planet too hot. We'll get back to that. But anyway,
I want to say, who wants to heat their house up when it's already hot by running a clothes dryer? I know if you've ever been in a laundromat and they have all those dryers going, it's like a sauna in there. And especially your home, like who wants all that heat being produced and then people turn up the fans of the air condition higher because they're so warm. And it uses so much electricity. I don't know if people realize how much electricity a clothes dryer actually uses. And it ruins clothes and makes the clothes last not as long because it breaks them down, the fibers, and shrinks them. And so it's really rough on clothing too. So if you want to have clothing that's going to last a long time, you don't need to replace clothing, then the clothes dryer is not ideal.
yeah, that stuff that you take out of the clothes
The
dryer,
lint,
lint,
the lint film.
that's the finest of the materials. So when you have a nice soft thing that you get from your secondhand store and you say, "Oh, this pre-used is hardly worn, but it's still nice and soft," when you throw it into the clothes dryer, maybe after those previous people didn't and it kept it nice and soft, and they did all that work, then they volunteered, gave it away, and the clothes dryer takes out the finest of them, the most delicious of the materials, really.
Yeah, it breaks them down. So it really does not go hand in hand with longevity for clothing. And it makes that all that lint that is just contaminants to end up in the environment. So
Oh, that's true. It should stay in the
the clothing.
clothes longer.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
instead of the microplastics go
Yeah.
all around and stuff.
Yes, the
But
fibers.
but I have heard that soft fibers uh, keep you cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. It's kind of cool that, like, socks that are worn out that don't have any the fuzz left in them. They can be hotter in the summer, but also a little warmer in the winter. So yes, clothes dryers. Why wear out your clothes?
And why burn electricity and use coal to make this electricity or gas to run your dryer when you could save that energy for crucial essential things? You know, it's just not a crucial essential thing, and we could easily find benefits to live without it and not use the clothes dryer. So it's so easy to hang your clothes up, even if you don't have a clothesline outside. And a lot of people say, I live in a condo, there's an HOA, my neighbors don't like it. Whatever the reasons, they don't want to hang clothes outside.
Right.
They think it looks trashy. Whatever it is, you can just hang them around your house, hang them on chairs, kitchen chairs,
Hmm.
shower curtain rods,
Right.
um, all around. And in Colorado, I know people here are watching from all over. Look at this. They dry in hours. So if need something to wear tonight, like the other day, I had to wash my sheets and they were dry by the end of the day. So I was able to put them on when I came back from work that day, and just a few hours they were completely ready to go. So
Sometimes I've in 1 hour with like a thin fabric, in 1 hour it can dry.
this is awesome. You can get these Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor, Craigslist, thrift stores, these racks that, yes, you can buy them new, but they come in the plastic packaging and they're a new item. When there's plenty of used ones out there, free cycle, you can even post in some of these groups, wanted or looking for. Just be patient. In the meantime, you can use the chairs and things like that, but this is fancy.
It is?
If you want to be fancy, you get a clothing rack.
Yes, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
but it's not necessary. You just hang it up and it
Just say,
dries.
yeah, with some string. Find some string and tie it from one side of the room to the other. A little piece of rope,
Or
something
just
like
hang
that.
it on a chair.
Well, okay, that too. Yes.
But yes, but the sheets are more challenging. But I have a railing. So I have an awning when I mean a railing when you walk in, and I have another loft. And so I have two railings and that accommodate sheets and blankets very nicely.
Yeah.
So that is really, really some great info about incentives for not using extra burning coal, extra electricity, because we don't want to heat up the Arctic and we don't want to hurt the reindeer and release the methane that's in the permafrost when it melts or gets warm. So one way is to try to keep this carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and methane, which it compounds the problem with trapping heat in the air and
Right.
keeping it there.
Right. Methane is a
That's why it
greenhouse
warms up.
gas. And when you use a clothes dryer, you warm up the permafrost. The permafrost releases methane, makes it hotter. Then you have to use an air conditioner to get cooler. And then it melts the permafrost more, and more reindeer are falling all over. I mean, you don't want the reindeer to have a
No,
bad time. And
the chain reaction.
yeah, but the awesome thing is this can be, whereas a clothes dryer heats a place, this can be used to cool a place in the summer.
Yeah,
You
how
know,
is that?
well, do you want to guess since you like to guess things?
Well, I'm guessing that the clothes, which are washed in cool water, because again, when you wash things in hot water,
Right,
you have to use electricity, heat the water up
right.
so another way to save energy is to use cold
Uh-huh.
water wash. And I have a little secret. I use soap nuts, and soap nuts are like the outer covering of a fruit, usually. So I try to use those so that because I can compost them when I'm done, and there's no oils in there or coconut oils or things that are harder on the environment
I mean, that's just a
to
natural
extract.
detergent that comes from a plant?
Yeah,
Soap nuts?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That is so
it's
awesome.
the shells and it's like a
What?
fruit. And so I have those and you can use them like 5, 6, 7 washes in a little sachet.
Really?
And
Put
the
soap
reason
nuts.
I got on the soap nut story is because it says some people say they work better in hot water. Well, why heat up all the water when you can just get 1 cup of water, put the soap nuts in it, let them activate, and dump that in before you put the cold water
Oh,
on.
I see.
So
Yes.
that's my little hack for something that requires hot water or warm water
Mhm.
to melt or to break down. Just do it in small amounts and add it to the large
Soap
amounts.
nuts, soap nuts, soap nuts.
Soap nuts. I love them. I mean, yeah, I even have use it with animal bedding, but then I add a little bit of vinegar to the wash or some essential oils. But they're fine for normal everyday wear. They're fine without for clothing. If you have some stains or things, of course you can pre-treat.
Mhm.
But they're fine for everyday clothing. I love them. I can't say enough good
Well,
things
I think
about
you
them.
could pre-treat with those even. Me, I will take any kind of uh thing that's soapy, and if you just dissolve it like you say in a cup, and then you rub it on those places.
Yeah.
You could take another piece of cloth or dip it in, just dip it in. But I always do that whenever I use, so that I can use less soap and put less soap into the environment, is when you put it in, brush it onto areas that need a little more
Yeah.
cleaning, like around here or there,
Right,
stuff
the
like
whole
that.
thing doesn't need it.
Right.
Right. So then back to my guess. So my guess is that as the clothes dry, that they release the moisture in the air, which one would think would add heat to the air, but it's maybe contributing to some sort of evaporative cooling effect.
It is, but you'd have to have air moving through the space. So if you had closed doors and windows and you were drying your clothes inside, it's not really working as an evaporative cooler. Evaporative cooler is the exchange of air in a place. So as you can hear, there's a fan running in the background, and that was running on the clothes to dry them out, but it also is moving air through the house and out the door and out the windows. So you, so instead of having an evaporative cooler on your roof or even one in the house. You do your laundry and then you put it on this and you put a fan behind it. And oh, it's so fantastic. Then and only then, because you're right. If it's done wrong, it warms up a place because it increases the humidity. And if it doesn't change the temperature, then it's worse. But this, when evaporation happens, it takes the heat, goes into the water, and then when you push it out the window, it makes the place feel cooler. A corollary to that would be putting on a wet shirt or putting wet hair on and then being in front of a fan and suddenly it's cooler.
Mhm.
Or sweat. That's how sweat is evaporative cooling.
Oh,
That,
right, as it evaporates.
yeah, it's
Cools you
evaporative
down.
cooling. So
Mhm.
this is sweating my clothes. We're sweating the clothes to cool the house and use less energy and not using a compressor air conditioner as long as the relative humidity outside is really lower. But if you're in a really hot place that also has humidity, you can't do it this way. But in Colorado and a lot of places, or at different
It's
times
not
of the
dry.
day, it also depends on different times of the day. So anyway, so the subject partly is about keeping the permafrost from melting um, for uh, the reindeer. And what would be another way, hint, hint,
Oh, yeah.
another way to keep the house cool?
I'm going to go over this line again. So as I was looking down, but I'm going to pick it up. Chill the permafrost with a clothesline, a smart thermostat, and cold water to wash.
Oh, as you mentioned, we
So
did.
now, see, I just mentioned it again. So
Yes,
remind
great.
people what we're talking about here.
And the smart thermostat.
That's right. Let's talk about the smart thermostat before we go on to our next
Shall we?
fun challenge,
All right.
eco challenge. So smart thermostat, I can't tell you how uncomfortable it is. I work in an office where they have the air condition blasting, and I have to wear turtleneck, a jacket, gloves sometimes, and I think it's such a waste of energy blasting this air condition and making the rooms too cool.
Oh, you mean when it's wintertime and they're making it cold? It's too
No,
cold?
this is summertime with the air condition
No,
going.
you just said you were wearing jackets and stuff in the summertime.
Right? A turtleneck.
What?
I'm wearing a jacket over my two shorts I'm already wearing.
In the summertime?
Yes,
When
and I'm
it's
wearing pants under my pants, two pairs of pants, and I'm still cold.
mm,
And so that is a waste of energy. I would definitely say if you work in a business or you have a business, please raise the temperature a little bit. I know that not everyone's gonna be happy. There's has to be a happy medium, but maybe some people are a little warm, some people are a little cold, but not like majorly cold because I think about the planet when I'm there. I think about how wasteful that is to have the air conditioning that cool. And so when we go home at night, the smart thermostat,
yeah.
when you leave your home, you can raise the temperature and not have it be the coolest you want it when no one's there. So that's when a smart thermostat or being smart about a thermostat, like you don't need to run out and buy one. You can use the one you have and just lower it when you leave
Uh-huh.
or raise the temperature when you leave. Or in the wintertime, you can raise it,
Right.
make it warmer or the
But
temperature cooler.
if you feel like you're being forgetful, a smart one means you leave the house and you go, oh, I forgot to turn the heat down or up or air conditioning
Change
up
the
or down. You
temperature.
can
Yeah.
go on and use the smart thermostat to do that.
Yeah. So that's so the point of that is just if you're not there, no need to heat or cool a building or a house or a residence or an office.
Yeah.
Change the temperature
Woohoo.
around. Right. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no need for to be keeping lights on and things like that.
hmm
Burning energy when there's no one around to use it.
Well, to me, it comes back to, reindeer. I think that one of you out there, some of your atoms and molecules, if we save this planet, after you've been a human, are going to become part of a reindeer. And you and me, I'm going to be a reindeer, some of my atoms and molecules, and you are going to be a reindeer. And oh, wait a second. I think I see a reindeer in your eyes. Hey,
Ah.
look up closer. Do you see a reindeer in Andrea's eyes? I think Andrea is going to be a reindeer with us. Hey, thanks for coming by and talking about this, so we can find out that we can cool the planet so that us three or four, I can't tell how many of you out there are going to be reindeers, but let's be reindeers together. Keep the frost frozen by keeping the energy use reasonable and wise down here.
And something else about permafrost, as it melts, they're finding like fossils from like the creatures, ancient
Mastodons, yeah.
creatures that lived back in different times, and diseases and viruses and things are being reactivated because they're locked up safe in the permafrost. So let's keep it frozen, in the ground.
Yeah, good plan.
So, I wanted to bring up we have this really fun brochure that we worked really hard on, and it's basically 56 different eco challenges done on 6 different panels, but we've been reading off the Planet-Based Home today. So I'm going to share, use curtains, fans, sweats, and undies to warm and cool and not be a fossil fuel tool. So we just covered this a little bit. I gave a little sneak preview when I talked about wearing sweaters inappropriately and I would wear a hat if I could, but dress for the weather.
That's right.
Like I'm wearing a tank top right now because it's warm. So I'm wearing shorts right now because it's warm in the house. And I could always wear more if it's cooler at night and I put on a sweatshirt or something else. No need to turn the thermostat up and change the temperature.
Yeah, you can have fun with your eco wardrobe at home, especially, whether you're with friends or roommates, you can dress eco appropriately, planet-based appropriately to keep I'm with Andrea, so I have regular pants on. I don't want to I don't want to wear my undies because this a woman is here. But on your own, when it's hot and stuff, maybe you do. And so I will, keep the door locked, and keep it cool by dressing appropriately. Sweaters in the wintertime, and skimpier clothes in the summertime. What's so tough about that?
Right. Have you heard that saying, dance like nobody is watching?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like dress like nobody is watching because especially in the summertime when it's pretty dang hot, at night to sleep and stuff. So
I say dress like the
planet is watching.
The planet is watching, like the
reindeer
watching. Yeah. Dress like your future reindeer self is watching. That's how to dress to stay cool when it's hot, or to dress appropriately when it's not. That's right.
And we already talked about the fans, but I will talk a little bit more about the fans. Another way fans use way less energy. They use electricity, but they use way less energy than an air conditioner. Did you know that?
By an order of magnitude.
Yes.
There is a fan going on right now, and that particular fan at its setting, it's just a little fan about this big, and it takes about, because I have a little meter, it's got about 13 watts. And it's keeping us cool right now.
Yeah,
even though it's
comfortable.
It's the 88 degrees, 85 degrees right now, something like that out there. But yeah, just that little fan with about 10, 13 watts, whereas an air conditioner can be like hundreds of watts. It can be 1,000 watts to be cranking. It's orders of magnitude. So yeah, with some clothes and a fan, and with some wet clothes and a fan put around, and it kind of is artsy. I kind of like to see my clothes kind of flopping back and forth, in the living room, almost like I'm outside. It's kind of cute, watching my clothesline outside.
Oh, like the breeze coming through.
Yeah, the breeze coming through.
And something fun to do with fans is I put a bowl of water in front of the fans. And you can watch the water move a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But the air is cooler when you have a dish of water in front of the fan.
Yes.
I think it really is cooler coming off. I can
feel as long as the windows are open. Otherwise,
if
it's not exchanging, if the relative humidity is low outside, then you can use this evaporative method. So yeah, that little bowl in front of the fan. If it's really sweaty days out there, then it doesn't work quite as much. I don't know what percentage works, but anyway.
Yeah. And I know we're fortunate in this part of the country because we have cool mornings and cool evenings.
Yes.
But I know there's some people out there in Mississippi or wherever where it's hot all the time, all summer. But certainly there's some things that they can do, like you mentioned, with the wet hair and things like that to be cooler and not not having the windows letting all the sunlight in.
Oh yeah.
So that's why we mentioned curtains, because if you block the sun from coming and heating up your place, that helps some.
Yeah.
And you can even use block it before it comes in for the curtains. You can put exterior. Some people have those like hurricane covers over the windows, just
Right.
things that kind of block the sun from baking the windows, because that heats up,
Hmm.
and then that heat will come into your house,
Right.
and it's not as comfortable. And you can't even touch the windows sometimes. So hot.
Yeah. And if you have some uh, pretty but old sheets or something like that, just hang them outside in front of the window.
That works.
Get permission from your neighbor if they want to judge whether or not it's a pattern they want to see or something like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I do the curtains all the time, you know, always opening and closing the curtains to keep the heat out or keep the heat in one way
Hmm.
or the other.
Yeah. And the thing is, even if someone is using air condition, is be very mindful of their use and turn it off when they can,
There you go.
and make the temperature as high as they can tolerate. Like,
That's
really, no need to be perfectly cold every second.
that's absolutely true. When the situation is already wired in and you can't change it, do the best with what you have
Yes.
to use less energy so
Yes.
that we can prance and dance on the permafrost up there.
Well, I will add something else. If you live in an area and it's really hot, maybe you can eat cooling foods, like watermelon's a cooling food, cucumbers,
Hmm.
eat cold salads,
Hmm.
things that are not cooked, so you don't want to heat your body up, just have to cool it down.
Right.
So it's another strategy. Drink iced drinks, ice water. Just try to stay cool that way too. But really, just be mindful of the temperature. If you're going to exercise, maybe, and you know you're going to be heating up,
Right.
then put the air conditioning back down, or raise the temperature.
Yeah.
When you're just sitting around working on the computer, talking on the phone, whatever you do,
Hmm.
watching TV, whatever people do when they're not moving much, they don't need to have the coolest possible temperature.
Right.
I mean, they can think about the permafrost. Maybe.
Right. Yeah. Cooling foods versus heating foods. And of course, heating food are oily foods in general. So you don't want to get too many. It generates a lot of heat, a lot of energy in oils. So
And plant-based foods.
plant-based foods,
Plant-based
yeah,
cooling foods.
that's
They are cool.
that's true. Way. Well, I mean, if you want to go there, the more wiry you are, um, the cooler you can be in the summertime, and actually regulate your temperature better. I mean, it's so fun. You know, a lot of people say, "Well, I got to put on some fat for the winter," but you know, I hike at Chautauqua and different places around town, and it's really fun. I'll hike late at night, and sometimes there'll be runners running, and they're all, I must say, they're all pretty wiry, and they're running in these skimpy little outfits in January. And so you can heat your body up with the right foods, but it's hard to cool it down if you're carrying too much body fat. So it goes back to the body fat thing and eating cool vegan food, if we want to go there, that helps you live longer because your metabolism is chill when you're not exercising, but it can ramp up and be as high as anybody else, be they big or small, when the time comes. And thus, it's just so fun to see those runners in the wintertime in January when the snow's all around and they've all got their headlights on. And I'm up there sometimes at 9, 10 o'clock, and I see the string of pearls coming down the road down off the mountain. Finally, they will get to me about a mile later, and they're just chatting and running and going like that. And they're wiry, uh, fueled, I mean, hot running bodies when they exercise. A little bit of
Mhm.
a side topic there, but you
Yeah.
want to stop me on that one? Because I could talk
No.
vegan quite a bit.
Oh, yes. I just was going to just talk about choosing cooling foods, and plant-based foods are
Okay.
definitely cooling.
Yeah.
More cooling, especially fruits and salads and things that aren't cooked and fried and full of oil, as you mentioned.
Right. And
Yeah.
you'll live longer because the hotter your metabolic rate in the summertime, if you're going, the more wiry and all, you know, keeping your body temperature down, live longer, have more fun. Yay!
Yay.
It's a
Fun. Always
win-win-win
fun.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. So I'm glad that we had this chance to talk to people and get them fired up and get them excited about living a plant-based life. So we're we're recording this so we can share it and people can share it. And then maybe more people will join the group and we'll have more people contributing. So that would be awesome, seeing what other people are doing out there, which thankfully they can write in the comments.
Yes, they
I'd
can.
love to see that. What are people doing out there to help keep cool in the summertime or warm in the wintertime with using less fuel and not being a fossil fuel tool?
Not being a fossil fuel tool. Yeah, make your body rule, using curtains, fans, drying your clothes. What was the other cool thing? Smart thermostat, or use your thermostat smartly. Yes, if you will. And we will see you again, if not in the next meetup, or even not as humans, we'll see you again as
Reindeer.
in the future.
And look for us on YouTube. I mean,
That's right.
on meetup.com, planet-based-life.
Planet-based life on meetup.com,
Yes.
and also planetbasedlife.org.
Yes, it's a great website, great articles, a lot of fun things to check out.
Yeah.
And look for us there. And we'd love to meet you and see who's out there.
There's another website to check out is xoearth.org, like xoearth.org. But check out planetbasedlife.org. It's something I been volunteering a little bit more, trying to help
Awesome
promote
website.
this
Yeah.
amazing mission. So I'm on the team. Pick a team, fight for the planet, keep your house cool in eco ways, and have a blast. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
See you later.
Have a great time.
Have a great time.
If you will.
If you will.
Do some things.
Do some things.
To keep the planet cool.
To keep the planet cool.
So we can thrill, thrill, thrill.
So we can thrill, thrill, thrill.